Hey guys, welcome to Lumiere log number 11. I'm Tim Williams, this is Joshua Kirk.
Today what we want to talk about is new gear hitting the market, our thoughts around moving from Premiere Pro to Davinci Resolve for video editing, and some exciting news about this office space that may not exist in the next month.
Hey!
Come on.
We are 5 logs deep behind on our schedule, so we're going to be working hard to be getting back up to speed and back up to our weekly logs where we should be. We have dropped the ball, so we apologise. So this past couple of weeks we've had a few radical developments happen in the digital market in terms of gear and equipment being released. For those of you who have been following, Nikon have announced their highly anticipated full-frame mirrorless camera, closely followed by Canon itself.
Closely followed by the X-T3 from Fujifilm and the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K.
One day we might actually get our hands on those and maybe do something here. Maybe not, because we only get 10 views per video.
We did all the YouTube watching for you, so you didn't have to sift through hours and hours and hours of review content. And in summary, the Fuji X-T3 is killer. It's got 4K 60 frames, 10-bit 420 internal recording, but we actually have our eye on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. Essentially, Canon and Nikon unfortunately dropped the ball big time without the dual card slots, so that is a deal breaker for any professional work in our opinion. What professional would go out there with one SD card in the field? Why would you do that?
Well, people used to do it all the time with one roll of film. So currently we use Adobe Premiere for all our video editing purposes, and we are actually thinking about jumping ship to Davinci Resolve.
For a long time now, Davinci Resolve has been the industry standard for color correction, but in their latest release, Davinci Resolve 15, there's some epic new features. They've got a brand new Fairlight audio system. They've got a similar program to After Effects, which is plugged in, called Fusion, and the editing NLE is drastically improved. So it's packed with tons of features, and to be honest, we're sick of subscribing to Adobe services, paying them monthly, essentially renting their software off them. Davinci Resolve Studio comes free with the purchase of the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. Once we do that, we own the software. Once we've started using the software and tested it with real life projects, we're keen to give some tutorials on it and give our thoughts compared to Premiere Pro. I've been a long time Premiere Pro user and have used it for literally every video project over the last 5 years, but there are a few things that I'm looking for that we're hoping we'll find in Davinci.
Just so I can get some airtime, brings us to our next point. So we're actually looking at bringing on some social media interns to help us cope with the workload and also make sure that we're getting the right social content into your social media feeds. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of space here, and we have an exciting opportunity to be able to move and scale up into an office which can be our own, but also a bigger space that we can expand.
So this is where it all started, guys, the Lumiere headquarters. Literally just a plywood room under the house.
If you take a look at the photo right here, you will see that some of the greatest tech companies all started out of a garage. It all began right here, Lumiere HQ. Let's dive inside and take you for a quick tour, eh?
Just working out of a little room to the side of the garage. 3.5 months into Lumiere launching, we're moving out of this space.
This was where it all began. We launched literally from this spot here, where we did our live feed.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and this space, this office, this home, this Lumiere headquarters will come to an end eventually, and we will bring you along for the journey when we shift out to better and greater things.
So once again, guys, thank you for coming along for the ride on log number 11. We hope to see you next time. Be sure to follow us on all our socials, which probably hasn't changed since the last log, but hey, log number 11, thank you very much. Joshua Kirk, Tim Williams, peace out.